Hey everybody, welcome. My name is Tanesha Forrest and I'm going to be leading you through a 60-minute Vinyasa flow class. I will be offering up lots of modifications. You'll hear me say the word option probably 1,000 times. Do what works best for your body. The choices are here for you. So I hope you enjoyed the practice. Let's get started in a child's pose. So knees wide, big toes to touch. Begin to sink the hips back. Let the head come to the mat or maybe a rolled up towel, forehead resting, hips back. And for the first few breaths, let the forearms rest down, let the belly get soft, and just breathe. Begin to notice your breath, full breaths in, filling up the ribs and the belly. Full breaths out, completely letting go. Begin to let the ribs and the belly fill up front to back, side to side, top to bottom. As you exhale, completely emptying out the air. Walk the hands forward, lifting up the forearms. Begin to spiral inner elbows up, shoulder blades back. And on your exhales, begin to draw the belly in and up, engaging through the core. Maybe feeling a little stretch in the lower back. Next, inhale, walk it over towards your right side. You can stack the palms, or you can reach this right hand back towards your right ankle. 3 full breaths, maybe belly breaths expanding on that left side body. Inhale through center. On your exhale, walking it over to the far left corner. Right hip drawing back. Taking those belly breaths, really feeling the space on your right side body. Next, inhale back through center. Full breath in. Exhale, press it up, tabletop position. Stacking shoulders and wrists, hips and knees. Right leg goes behind you. So press through the heel, firm up the lifted leg. When you're ready, left arm starts to float, thumb towards the sky. And then scoop the belly in, drawing it away from the floor. Take 3 breaths, get as long as you can active. Gazing at one spot. Next, exhale, left hand comes down. We're going to turn the right toes towards the right side. Draw the knee into the elbow, maybe even all the way up to the tricep. Press the foot back. Draw it in, engaging in the hips. We're going to be doing some hips today. Lengthen it back. Last one this time, leave it lifted. Take that right foot out to your right side. Lift up through the shin and press the foot down. Press through the outer edge of the foot, rise up, gate pose. Hips press forward, lift ribs up away from the hips. Right hand to your right leg, reach it up and over. Maybe roll open the shoulder. Inhale through center, left hand to the floor or a block or a pillow. Right arm reaches up. Now reach through those right fingers, reach through the right side body. Maybe lift up the right leg. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, right foot comes down. Hands come down, walk it around towards the front. Walk the hands forward, taking a modified puppy pose. Let the head come to the floor. Keep pressing in the outer edge of the right foot. Feel that stretch in the back. Inhale, hands underneath the shoulders. Lift the right leg, step it forward by the thumbs. Draw the chest forward, long through the spine. Hands to the front knee. Now press down, pull the hips and the shoulders back. Deep breath in, lift and lengthen. Find that lift through the torso. And then hands come down to split the front foot. Pull the hips back, pop up the toes. Deep breath in, keep the length. And then begin to stretch it forward. It doesn't matter how far down you go here. Just feeling it long through the spine. Heel pressing down, toes drawing back. One more deep breath in. Exhale, plant the right foot, plant the palms. Tuck the back toes, lift the back knee. Left heel is reaching towards the back of your mat. Gaze is forward, shoulders drawing back. Runner's lunge. One more deep breath in. Press through the palms. Step that right foot back to meet the left foot. High plank, engaging through the thighs. Drawing the belly away from the floor. Okay, 3 breaths. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. 2 more breaths. Front of the belly is drawing towards your spine. Imagine that old-fashioned corset. Bring the knees down to the floor. Fingers turn to 3 o'clock and 9 o'clock. And begin to rock. Shoulders side to side. Getting a stretch in the wrist. You can stay here, or here's the word, options. Start to turn the fingers back towards your knees. And then maybe even start to rock the hips back. Again, stretching out the wrist. You can stay here, or you can keep the fingertips grounded like little frog pads and begin to lift the heels up. Palms ground. Slowly turning the fingers back to 12 o'clock and switching out the sides. Left leg goes long. Hug muscle into bone. Right arm floats, bicep by the ear. And then find that lift at the center. Imagine somebody is pulling in that corset, squeezing it in. Steady gaze. And keep breathing. Last inhale. Exhale, hand comes down, toes turn to the left. Left knee to left elbow or tricep. Inhale, lengthen it long. Draw it in. Extend. This time we're going to hold. Then extend that leg. Keep it lifted. You might feel it. Left foot plant. Inhale, rise. Maybe shake it out. Deep breath in. Exhale, left hand to the thigh. Right arm reaches up and over. Maybe start to roll the chest open. Inhale through center. Right hand to the floor. Left hand reaches up. Hips press forward. Pressing through the back shin. Maybe start to lift the leg.
These days I know it gets hard. We can't.
Next, inhale, grow longer. Exhale, foot comes down. Hands come down and walk to the front. Walk the fingertips forward, letting the heart and the head melt towards the floor.
So if your world gets heavy and your fire burns low.
Inhale, head lifts, walk the hands back. Lift that left leg, step it forward. Deep breath in, starting to feel a stretch through the back hip. And then like you're closing a pair of scissors with the inner thighs, hands to the knee to rise. Press down through the shin, through the front heel, lift up. Deep breath in, rise.
Yeah, let it all out.
Last inhale. Exhale, hands to the mat. Pull the hips back, pop up the toes. Remember length here. Deep breath in. Exhale, bow.
Well, trust me now.
The front of the right hip keeps reaching forward. Left hip draws back.
This life at times will break you apart. So if your world gets
inhale. Exhale, plant the left foot. Tuck the back toes. Step back, high plank. We're going to take our first vinyasa with the knees down as an option. So deep breath in, exhale, knees drop, hug the corset in, look forward, shift forward, elbows hug in. Now imagine shoulders drawing down, chest is reaching forward, and then lower all the way to the belly. Press down through the tops of the feet. Inhale, baby cobra. Squeeze those elbows in, lengthen it out. Release it down. Press up hands and knees. Tuck the toes, downward dog. Go ahead and move around a little bit. Yoga allows us to feel what's going on in our body. So take a minute and just explore, maybe pedaling out the feet or walking the dog. Rising on the tippy toes, letting the heels reach towards the floor. We'll take 3 more breaths. So hands pressing the mat down and away. Heels reaching down. They don't have to touch the floor. Tailbone lifting up. Together, inhale, rise on the tippy toes, look to the top. Exhale, step it forward. Hands to the shin, halfway lift, grow long. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise, mountain pose. Okay, we're gonna hold here. Hug in, muscle to bone. We're gonna squeeze in, tailbone long. And then once you get really active, notice if the shoulders are up by the ears, drop them down the back. Take a deep breath in, look up. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, lengthen. Feet hip distance apart, fold. Grab opposite elbow, ragdoll. Bend the knees as much as you need here. Let the head hang, relax. Maybe shake it, yes. No. We're going to begin to flow. Release the hands. Halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, plant the hands. High plank, knees up or knees down. Next, exhale, low plank, chaturanga. Hug the elbows in. Inhale, upward dog. Hold here. Shoulders back, hearts reaching forward. Strong through the thighs. Downward dog. Begin moving through sun A's, breath to breath. Feel free to modify this as your body needs today on your mat. Deep breath in. Exhale, look forward, step or hop. Halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift, lengthen. Plant the hands, taking your vinyasa. Lowering, exhale, squeeze elbows in. Inhale, heart lifts. Exhale, tailbone back. 3 breaths. Long in the spine. Jaws relaxed. Next, inhale, look forward, step or hop. Half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, bow. Halfway lift, lengthen. Plant the hands, step or hop it back. Chaturanga, heart draws forward. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Right leg lifts behind you. Right foot to right thumb. Stay low, long in your spine. Left hand's gonna plant. Right arm reaches up and open. Twist. Here, lengthen on your inhales and on your exhales, open. Right hip keeps drawing back. Inhale, hand to the floor. Okay, options here. Maybe you drop that back knee and inhale, rise up, low lunge. Or maybe you tuck those toes, keep the hands lifted, draw in from the core, and lift the back knee into high lunge. Go ahead and start to lift ribs up away from the hips. Take the gaze up. Maybe taking a small back bend. Palms come to heart center. Press through your palms. Hinge it forward, twisting towards your right. So left elbow to the right knee. Get long and begin to press in the palms. Look up. Inhale, slow and controlled, back to center. Reach the hands up, expand. Exhale, hands meet the mat. You can step it back, downward dog, or find your vinyasa. Active through the legs, pressing in the tops of the feet. Dog pose. Left leg lifts. Left foot to left thumb. Maybe rising on the fingertips. Now, if you know you're going to take a high lunge, maybe you go ahead and take it there or drop the back knee down. Inhale, rise up. Okay, I'm going to show this time with the knee down. So if you're taking high, tuck the toes, lift the back knee. Everybody begin to take the gaze up. Palms come to heart center. Okay, press in the palms, get active through the chest. Hinge it forward, twisting towards your left. Grow long through the spine, and then gazing over that left shoulder. Hips are hugging in to maintain the balance. Spine is long. Inhale, strong back to center. Exhale, hands meet the mat. You can step it back, downward dog, or again, taking your vinyasa. Moving with your breath. Take a deep breath in. Open mouth sigh. 2 more, inhale. Exhale. Next, inhale, rise on the tippy toes. Exhale, look to the top. Step or hop. Halfway lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise, mountain. And then palms together at heart center. So I started us today moving our body. And from here, now that we know how we feel, setting our intention. So finding stability in your feet, rooting down. Begin to bring in acceptance through your practice. Allowing whatever is rising up to just be today. Dropping any resistance. With that said, if your eyes are closed, blink them open. Big toes come in a little closer. Inhale, Utkatasana, chair pose. And chair pose, active through the feet. Maybe lifting the toes, weight in the heels. Shins drawing back. And then get long. Take 1 more deep breath in. Exhale, bring the hands behind the back. Lift the heart. And then belly to thighs, tailbone lifts. Taking a bind, let the head relax. So in the spine, start to squeeze the biceps towards one another. Maybe take a little sway. Release the hands to the floor. Halfway lift, lengthen. Plant the hands, dog or your vinyasa. Keeping the legs active as you lower. Inhale, heart draws forward. Exhale, tailbone up. Right leg lifts. Bend the knee, open up the hip. Shoulders staying squared. Palms pressing down and away. And then start to take some circles with the ankle. Reverse your circles. Inhale, lengthen the legs, squaring hip points towards the floor. Right knee draws into your nose as you shift forward. Now press the floor. Find that bubble in the back. Inhale, extend it back. Right knee to right tricep. Look forward, shift forward. Inhale, take it back. Right foot to right thumb, back heel spins down. Warrior one, find your rooting down, then rise up. And everybody reach through your fingers, grow longer through the torso. We're gonna bring our arms to cactus arms. Lift up through the chest, and then let the hands come back, maybe open the throat. Think a little deeper in that front knee. Inhale, hands to the sky. Open it out, warrior two. So back outer edge of the foot, parallel with the short edge of your mat. And then long through your arms. Gazing over your front fingertips. Imagine your feet crinkling your mat together. Flip the front palm, reach it forward. Reverse your warrior. Left hand on your thigh. Or reaching towards the hip crease. Get long through both sides of the body. Arms out to a T. Hinge it forward. Side angle, left hand straight up at 12 o'clock. Press the forearm to the thigh. And then roll that top shoulder open. See if you can see that top thumb. Top arm reaches over, extended side angle, and then open it up. You can stay here, or bottom arm can start to float. 3, 2, 1, warrior two. Lengthen out the front leg, maybe shorten your stance. Now engage your quads, engage your thighs. Hinge it forward, Trikonasana triangle pose. If you have a block, it's a great place for a block. Otherwise, hand to the shin, or even forearm to the thigh. Just careful not to lock out this front knee. And then stacking top shoulder. If it bothers your neck, gaze down at your foot, or if you need more grounding. Otherwise, gaze can go to the top thumb. Both hands are going to come down to split the front foot. And then we're going to hop that back foot up and shimmy the right foot to the edge of the mat. Halfway lift for pyramid pose. Exhale, bow in. Left hip is reaching forward, right hip is drawing back. And then again, keeping that length versus really rounding, length through the spine. Left hand is going to come down underneath your shoulder for a twisting pyramid or twisting triangle, or you can take it to your ankle. So halfway lift, strong through the legs, and then right hand looks up and opens up. Grow long through your spine. One more deep breath in. Exhale, hands down. Walk your hands to the left, turning your toes to the left edge of your mat. I'm going to turn this way so my booty's not in your face. Take a halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, bow in. So we're really pressing in the outer edges of our feet, maybe reaching for the toes or the ankles, softening the head and the shoulders. Walk your hands over towards your right ankle or right shin, draw in. So when you start drawing in, think tailbone is still lifting up, quads are still active and engaged. Finding stability along with the stretch. Back through center, then over to the left. Tailbone up, thighs engaged. Then inhale it back through center. Place the hands underneath your shoulders. We're going to start prepping for Skandasana. We'll move through it next round. So bending of the right knee or bending the back knee towards the back of your mat. Get long. The front foot's going to stay grounded. Chest stays lifted. Maybe feeling a stretch through the inner thigh. Then back through center, shifting it lunging towards the front of your mat. Pressing through the outer edge of the back foot. One more time on each side. Deep breath in. Exhale through center. Inhale towards the front. Back through center. Then heel toe the feet in a little wider than hip distance apart. So a nice stance, about this even with the short edge of your mat. Okay, begin to drop the booty, thighs parallel with the floor, forearms to the thighs. Maybe you can wave back at me. You can stay here. Options to lift the toes to feel that weight and draw the shins back, or reach the fingers forward. Okay, if you reach the fingers forward, sparkly fingers. Okay, are you doing sparkly fingers? Do sparkly fingers. Take one more deep breath in. Exhale, star pose. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, helicopter the hands to the mat. Step it back. High plank. Exhale, low plank. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. We'll hold here 5 breaths. Outer shins pressing away from each other. Thighs engaged. Belly drawing in and up. Left leg lifts. Bend the knee, open up the hip. And then start to take those circles with the ankle. And reverse the circles with the ankle. Inhale, lengthen the legs, squaring the hip. Tailbone lift, knee into the chest. Look forward as you shift forward. Now push the floor away, lift the shin. Take it back. Left foot to left thumb. Warrior 1, ground through the feet. And then rise up. Feel that grounding in the outer edge of your back foot. Deep breath in. Exhale, arms to goalpost arms. Imagine somebody's lifting the heart up, maybe starting to open it back. Inhale, hands to the sky. Exhale, open it out, warrior 2. Taking the front knee over the ankle, gazing over the front fingers. Flip the front palm, reverse, take it up and back. Right shoulders relaxed. Arms out to a T. Hinge it forward, extended side angle. Forearm to the thigh, right hand sky, or maybe forearm to the ankle, but long through that side body. Keep foundation, squeezing through the feet. Top arm reaches up and over. Okay, you can stay here, or bottom arm can lift. 3, 2, 1. Warrior 2. Lengthen the front leg. Engage your quads without locking out the knee. Hinge it forward. Trikonasana, triangle pose. So keeping long through the side body. Rolling the top ribs back. Maybe gazing at the top thumb. With each breath, see if you can lift ribs away from the hips. Okay, both hands come down, and then we're going to hop that back foot in and turn the toes to 12. Move the feet to 2 train tracks. Halfway lift, pyramid. Exhale, bow in. Lengthening. Right hip is reaching forward. Okay, right fingertips underneath your shoulder, to the ankle or to the outside of the foot. Half lift first, long through the spine, and the left arm reaches up and open. So I've chosen to do this without a block here just because I know not everybody has a block. If I had my blocks, I would for sure be using them. Both hands down to the floor. Now walk it towards your right corner, the long edge of your mat. And once again, we're going to take the feet maybe even a little wider. Outer edge of the feet grounding down. Halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, bow in. Tailbone lifts up. Active legs. And then we're going to prep for Skandasana. So hands can come back to the floor. Right toes are going to turn towards that right corner of the back of your mat. And then begin to lunge towards the back of your mat. Front toes can lift, pressing through the heel. Maybe hands stay down. Maybe tailbone comes down, chest lifts. Hands can come to heart, or they can stay at the mat. If you want a little more ump today, take the hands up. And release. Walk it back through center, shake the head. Maybe bring in a little movement. And then shifting it, left toes turn towards the corner. Bend in that left knee. And then feel, what does this side need? Right toes can lift, pressing through the right heel. Active thighs. Hands down or hands up. Imagine that string is lifting you up, growing the spine nice and long. Maybe the option to take the hands up. Maybe smiling. Release it. Back through center. Right hand to the floor at fingertips. Halfway lift. Left hand sweeps up and open. Release, switch sides. Left hand half lift. Right hand up and open. Both hands to the floor. Walk it around towards the front this time. We're going to step it to the top, preparing for Malasana. Halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise, mountain. And then this time we're going to take it back. You can keep the hands lifted or bring the hands together at heart center. Inhale, lengthen, engage all through the hips, and then start to open it back. Inhale it back through center. Take a second. Coming back to your intention of accepting whatever it is that's arising in your practice today. Split the feet. The width of the mat still on the inside, but a little wider. Moving towards Malasana. You can start to take the booty back. And forearms can come to the thighs. You can stay here. If you have blocks, you can build yourself a little tower to sit on. Or tailbone down. Toes will have a tendency to turn out, working towards getting them to 12, but knowing that's a process. And then again, palms at heart center. As you press in your palms, think lifting up, tailbone long. Take 3 more breaths. If Bakasana crow pose is in your practice, you can take that here. If baby crow's in your practice, you can take that here. And if you really want a little oomph, you can also try to reach the arms up without falling over. Maybe again, bringing in sparkly fingers. Deep breath in. Everybody big fold. Split the feet hip distance apart. Reach for your big toes with your peace fingers. And then bow in, tailbone lifts, head's heavy. Elbows going side to side. Okay, release the toes. Walk your hands over to the far right corner, as far out as you can reach them with the feet staying grounded. Back through center, and then over to the left side. Reach that right arm way out towards the left side. Inhale it back through center. Halfway lift, lengthen. Plant the hands. You can take child's pose, downward dog, or take another vinyasa, flowing with your breath. Exhaling. Full breath in. Exhale, downward dog. Yoga, connecting the mind, the body, and the breath. Okay, bring the ankles to touch. We're going to shift it into high plank. So options here to keep the knees lifted or drop the right knee down. Pressing through the right palm, spin the heels to the left. Left arm reaches up. I guess that would have been to the right. Left arm reaches up. So knee down or keeping the legs lifted. Pressing the floor away, lifting the hips. Think rainbow hips, sunshine fingers. One more breath, rainbow hips, sunshine fingers. Both hands to the mat, step it straight back, downward dog. Right leg lifts behind you. Right knee to your right tricep, lift it up. Look forward. Inhale, press it back. Right foot to right pinky finger. Now press your front knee to your right shoulder. Engage that inner thigh. Same time, hips are staying squared. Long through your spine. Okay, back knee can drop down. You can turn the right toe slightly towards the right corner, knee following. Stay up. You can find your blocks or forearms to the floor. And then finding some space in your hips here. No force. Just allowing whatever it is to come up to be. It's a perfect time to check in and see what's going on in the rest of your body. Jaws are relaxed. Eyes soft. Even inhales. Even exhales. Hands to the mat, lift back up. Look forward, shift slightly forward. Left heel can draw in towards your bum. You may feel a big stretch and want to stay right here. Or that right arm can reach back. Maybe finds the air, maybe it finds the foot. If it finds the foot, pull it in. Grow long through your spine and then start to open it up. Gently release that foot, slow and controlled. Deep breath in, lift the back knee. Exhale, step it back, high plank. Exhale, low plank. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. 3 breaths. Maybe some open mouth exhales. Bring the ankles to touch. Shift into high plank. Now squeeze those leg muscles to the bone. Option to drop the left knee down or spin the heels to the left. That right arm's going to reach way up. Imagine reaching that whole right side up. So we're not dumping into the wrist. We're lifting up, engaging the legs, toes drawing back towards the knees. Maybe gazing up towards that top thumb. Deep breath in. Exhale, high plank. Press it back, downward dog. Left leg lifts. Left knee to the left tricep. Inhale, extend it back. Left foot to left thumb. Lizard pose. Option to stay. Whoops, not yet. Left knee is going to draw into that front left shoulder. Really squeeze, engage the inner thigh. 3, 2, 1. Drop the back knee down. Now you can let the left toes turn slightly out. Maybe even the arch of that front foot lifts up. And then figure out what this side needs. Does it need to go down? Or maybe stay lifted? Check in with the breath. Staying present to what's going on in your body. Okay, option to plant the right hand, shift slightly forward. Draw the left heel towards your bum, so squeeze it in, active toes. Maybe that left arm reaches up and around. Now this is also opening of the chest and the shoulder, so as we pull this back foot in, we're lifting up, drawing that top shoulder back. Maybe gazing up over the left shoulder. Release it back to center. Tuck the back toes, step it straight back, downward dog. Maybe wiggle the tail, wag the tail. You can turn the feet to the right while the tailbone is lifting up. Back through center. Let the heels spin to the left. Feel the space in the body. Then inhale it back through center, shifting in high plank. Okay, we're going to take some counts to lower. So imagine your toes and your palms are trying to drag together. So really find that drawing from the belly. If you are needing to go ahead and make your way to the belly, do that. No pressure. Deep breath in. Exhale, shift forward, squeeze the elbows in, lower for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Belly Savasana. Take the right ear to the mat. Let the arms go back. Breathe. Switch the left ear to the mat. And I like to get the heart rate up right before we do this, so you can really feel the heart beating. Reminding you to send some gratitude to the heart, gratitude to the body. Chin back to neutral position, palms flip to the earth. Put on your corset, draw the front of the body in towards the back, and then inhale, lift up, locust pose. So we're just gazing down the nose, so the neck is an extension of the spine. Heart reaches forward. Strong through the arms and the fingers. And then strong through the legs. Next exhale, release it down. You can turn your head to one side. One more locust pose, so chin to neutral. This time, option to keep the hands towards the back or bringing the hands underneath the shoulders. On the inhale, as you lift up, go ahead and lift the palms. And this time, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Gaze from the back of the thighs. And imagine you're growing longer. It's important to balance out our practice by getting some strength in the back. Next exhale, release. We do lots of forward folding, bend the knees, maybe windshield wiper the legs. And then legs come down, hands underneath the shoulders. Press through hands and knees. Tabletop. Starting with cats and cows. On the inhale, drop the belly, lift the chin and the chest. Exhale, rounding cat shape back. Moving back and forth with your breath. Inhale, cow pose, shoulders away from the ears. Exhale, cat, tailbone tucking, chin to the chest. Okay, 3 with your breath. Inhale. Exhale. Check in with your body. See how you're feeling at this point. Knowing whatever it is, it's okay. Each time we come to our mat is a different experience. Once you complete those 3 rounds, neutral spine, and then just have a seat. You can draw your feet towards the front of the mat. I'm gonna face you. We're gonna take a full pigeon pose. So left shin is on the bottom, parallel with the short edge of your mat. Right shin can come in front or on top. Depending on your anatomy, your bone structure, this may be available. You might need it much wider. Take a deep breath in to lengthen, and then exhale, hinge the chest forward, just so you feel it. We don't need to have our nose to the ground, just feel. And then soften in the shoulders, softening the eyebrows, breathing in, breathing out.
A safe place somewhere in the woods, we can start a fire.
Release. Switch out the legs. Right shin on the bottom. Left shin in front or left shin on top. Flex the toes. Inhale, physically lift up. Exhale, keep that space in the spine as you begin to take it forward. So no force, not forcing the hips to go any further than they like.
Tucked up somewhere in the woods on a hill.
Together, deep breath in. Big open mouth sigh. Release it. Bring the soles of the feet together for Baddha Konasana. Press the outer edge of the feet together. Start to open the arches up like a book. Deep breath in, lengthen. Exhale, chest and heart draw forward. And then bring your chin to the chest. Maybe let the back curl slightly. And release it. We're going to bring our feet to the mat. Inhale, chest lifts up, slow and controlled. One vertebra at a time. Start to roll back. Belly's drawing in. Feet are rooting down. Slowly. And setting up for bridge pose. Feet to the mat. Hug the front of the body down. Then lift up the hips. Maybe walk the arms underneath, pressing upper arm bones down, lifting up the hips. Space between the chin and the chest. And exhale, release it. Let the knees go side to side, windshield wipering the legs. Draw the knees into the chest. Happy baby pose. Knees can go out to the side. We want the head grounded, the sacrum grounded, so you can stay here. Or if it works with your body, you can take the feet up. But let it feel good. Maybe roll around. Draw the knees back into the chest. Right knee hugs in. Left leg extends to the front of the mat. Taking the right knee across to your left side, supine twist. And then let that right arm go wherever it feels good. Maybe it's above the head, towards the front, or out to a T. Draw in some belly breaths as begin to breathe and let the belly expand. Feeling space between the hip and the rib. Maybe beginning to close down the eyes. Full breath in. Exhale it out. Draw it back to center, both knees into your chest. Take a little tuck, squeeze in, lift the head, and release it down. Right leg extends, left knee across the body. Left arm can go out wherever it feels nice. Energy level is coming down. Maybe inviting in those belly breaths. Bringing the knees back to center. And our last pose before we move into Savasana, we're going to take Supta Baddha Konasana, soles of the feet together, knees open. You're going to have pillows underneath the knees to make it more comfortable. One hand on the heart, one hand on the belly. And before we move into our resting pose, take this moment to notice what's going on in your body. Notice where you feel this pose. Notice what feels good. And then shift that focus to the hands. Noticing the sensation of the breath in the hands. The rise and the fall of the chest and the belly. And then making your way into Savasana. However you need to get comfortable, you can take the legs out front, palms open, and let the toes fall to the side. Close down the eyes, releasing your Ujjayi breath. Savasana is a time of undoing, time to practice rest. Your mind begins to wander. Simply bring it back to the sensations of the breath. Take a deeper breath in. Open mouth, sigh. Bring in some small movements in the fingers and the toes. Maybe reach the arms up over the head, legs out long for a full body stretch. And then slowly rolling to your right side, fetal position. Taking a moment to acknowledge the work your body's done for you. Taking a moment to send out some gratitude to your body. Press up to a comfortable seated position. You can still have the eyes closed. Inhale, palms to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center. Together, deep breath in. Open mouth, release. Inhale, love for yourself. Exhale, love to others. As you go about your day, take time to check in, not only with your body, but check in with your heart, your mood, your emotions, knowing that different things will arise, letting go of any expectations, just allowing whatever is rising up to be, taking time to be with yourself, and then sending some love out to others. Thumbs to the center of your forehead. Thank you for joining me today. Namaste.